Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Willie's Country Adventures. I appreciate y'all joining me. So today what I'm going to be going over is I'm going to be going over how to build a noodle, fishing noodle, jug, whatever you want to call it. So this is how I do it. This might not be how everybody does it, but this is how I do it to fish in waters that I fish in. So the things that you're going to need in order to do this is you will need a piece of 3/4 inch PVC pipe that's longer than your noodle. You'll need a swimming pool noodle, cut to length. This one is about 13 to 14 inches long. The pipe is about 17 inches long. You'll need 2 3/4 inch end caps. One of the end caps you'll drill a hole in. It's a 1/4 inch hole. You'll need 20-pound test line, 40-pound test line. You'll need a 1 ounce slip sinker. The hook depends on what you're fishing for, how big a fish you're fishing for. I'm after about anything up to about 10 pounds. Anything bigger than that, I ain't really interested in. You'll need a barrel swivel. You'll need an eye bolt. This is going to go through your cap. You'll need some PVC glue. Doesn't matter what kind. You'll need a pair of scissors. Tape measure in order to measure your pipe and your noodles. You will need some silicone. And you will need a drill to drill your hole in your pipe. Alright, so what I start off with is I get me some glue over here, get my pipe, get my glue, get one of my end caps. I just take that pipe, ease it around that glue. You don't need very much glue at all. Stick that pipe on there. Make sure it's down in there good. Then I take my swimming pool noodle. I slide it over my pipe. And set that down to the side for a second, let that glue cure on the other end. All right, so what I do is I get my 1/4 inch eye bolt, my nut, my washer, got a little bit of washer on there. And I get my end cap that has a hole in it. I get my silicone. I put a little bit of silicone around that hole on top of that cap. It don't take much, just a little bit. Take your eye bolt, stick it through the hole. Run your nut down on it. Once you get it tight, get your noodle, put some glue on the other end. Slide the end cap on that end. Push it down on there where it's all the way on there. And that's what you should wind up with. So we'll set the glue and the silicone stuff aside. You don't want to be breathing that. And then we'll move on to the line. So I use a 40-pound test line. Doesn't matter. I mean, as long as 40-pound test. Then I get about 5 foot. I get about 5 foot of line. Cut it off. Since this eye bolt is 1/4 inch, I do just a slip knot on it. I'll tie me a regular overhand knot on this end. Cinch it down tight. cinch your knot down tight, and then just go over your line like so, back through, and then back through your loop. So whenever you pull your knot down, it slides down like so and creates a slip knot. You pull that slip knot down against your eye bolt, cut off your tag end, leave about a 1/4 of an inch, 3/16 to a 1/4 of an inch tag on there. Pull your knot down tight. Bring this down. Slip your 1 ounce weight over the top, over your line. Let it slide down to your noodle. Tie on your barrel swivel. Barrel swivel, I just do a fisherman's knot. Fisherman's knot, you just go through your swivel. Wrap your line around your main line 6 times. Once you got it wrapped around your main line 6 times, go back through this loop, this right here. Back through there, and then your tag end, stick it back through this hole. You get a little wet, slide it down. Make sure that knot is set. Makes a real nice knot. Cut your tag end off. Like I said, about 1/4 of an inch tag on that. Pull your knot, make sure it's set good. Then I take 20-pound test. I get me about 2 feet of that. A lot of people might ask, why do you go from 40 pound to 20 pound? So if anything's gonna get hung up on this noodle while you're fishing, it's gonna be your hook. And I'd rather break off my hook than I had break off my main line. So if I break off my hook, I still got my slip weight, I still got my swivel. All I gotta do is put another leader on it, or drop on it, and hook on it, and we're ready to fish. So I'm gonna do the same knot here. This line probably hard for y'all to see. I apologize about that. But I'm just gonna do another fishing knot, just like we did before. Wrap around 6 times. Stick it back through the loop that you created. And it comes back through the main loop. Finish it down, get it wet. All right, so once you got your barrel swivel tied on, you should be left with fishing knot on each side, fisherman's knot on each side. About a 1/4 inch tag end hanging off of it. Then you bring it down. I use a circle hook. I don't use a real big circle hook, but I don't use a little circle hook either. Like I said, I'm going for 10-pound fish or under. In order to tie your circle hook on, go through the eye, stick your line through from the eye, like your point's pointing towards your eye, stick it through that way. Bring it down. about 1 foot from your barrel swivel. I run it down, tie a snell knot. Once you get your snell knot tied, you should be left with about 1 foot between your barrel swivel and your hook. Cut the tag end off about 1/4 inch long, like I said. And you have it. That's the way I set up my noodles. Check your regulations wherever you fish at. I know where I fish at. I've got to put my name, my address, my phone number, and the date that I'm fishing with these. But definitely check your regulations wherever you fish at. Once you get your noodle made up, bring it around like so. I just shove it to the other end. A lot of people put silicone on here and slide that noodle down where it won't come loose. I don't do that. I don't find a need for it. Bring your main line down your noodle, hold it there, and then just wrap whatever's left around the noodle, and that'll hold it on the noodle for you, so you don't have to worry about it coming loose. Take your hook it back into your noodle, and there you go. That's how I rig up my fishing noodles or jugs, whichever one you want to call it, but that's how I do mine. If y'all like this video, be sure and let me know. If you don't mind, hit that subscribe button, share my videos, and hit that notification bell. That way whenever I post a video, y'all see it. So, y'all have a wonderful day, and see y'all on the water.